Various fields around the world since at least the 1960s. To find out more about these strange patterns, I spoke with...
After the circles began to appear, that straight lines began to appear. Obviously, these straight lines are not made by a storm. It's also important to know that the crop circles appear overnight.
Some people are skeptical and think crop circles are man-made, just as a hoax. So how can you tell if a crop circle is real?
My first criterion for determining when I walk into a formation is by dowsing. In the 3 years that I've been exploring formations both in England and in the United States here now for 2 years, what I've learned is that the dowsing rods do not respond to anything in a man-made formation. Otherwise, the dowsing rods respond immediately. As soon as you cross the perimeter of the formation from the field, there is an energy there at the perimeter. Additionally, we do crop sampling. We get the numbers. There are certain numbers and ratios of numbers that indicate genuineness. There are soil changes in the formations. There are photographic anomalies that, as we're shooting with video cameras or even regular cameras, films come out different.
Take on recognizable shapes. And they're no longer looking like abstract code. They're getting to be much more literal. So here on my first flight in 1994 was this incredible insect shape. I'm on a flight with another very good friend of mine, the pilot Steve Patterson, and we found this king scorpion up there. Tremendous scorpion formation. Notice the spacing between these tractor lines is about 50 or 60 feet. At the end of each year, there is what we call the grand finale, because the crop circles seem to go through an evolution. It was like a mandala. There was a series of lotus petals around the outside and a big five-pointed star in the middle of this crop circle. It is astounding to see. And one of the interesting features about this is that it wasn't perfectly round. It was sort of oval, but it was on a steep slope. And if a perfectly circular beam of energy had come down from above, that would have created exactly that oval. The crop circles seem to cluster around sacred sites in England, especially an ancient stone circle called Avebury. It's like Stonehenge, only it's older and it's much, much larger. So here is the Avebury stone circle area, and this was our grand finale in 1994. The rings, with their beautiful proportions and the web formation around the outside, occurred in 2 different nights.